have anything where you follow up these leads? First thing. And is there a method to identify the other leads, which is like walk into to your place? How do you manage these leads?
Okay, I will answer. Okay. See, whatever when you make the budgets, always budgets should be connected to services. So how big, what kind of services you have? I mean, call center example. How many people are there in the call center? If you're having 10 people, so you need to do your budgeting accordingly, because if it go overboard, it will become like few companies recently, Ecom, which they told 90% discount, they couldn't deliver the products. So the same way it will happen if you don't have enough calling people, so you no point of getting more leads or having more budgets on it. Everything is proportionate. If you have 10 people, you should budgeting according to that. That is something which I learned and which is successfully moving that. Yes, we have. CRM is there. Everything is real time, number one. Number two is no manual intervention. It's everything automated. There is a CRM. Yes, both we do. So when it comes to digital, it is completely automated. When it comes to conventional, it is partly manual and partly because if someone want to come, they have to walk to the call center and they have to walk to the places where we exist. Our presence is there, and they need to speak to someone. After that, their lead will be captured. That's how it starts. So there is a partly in digital. There is no manual intervention. Everything is automated.
Yeah, we also have a software in which leads are pushed through digital, and when it is manual, we have to manually enter those leads there. Yes, for handling all these leads, we have a telecallers team, a small call center, who then calls up these customers or reply to their emails. Their aim is to push that inquiry to the site visit. Once site visit appointment is confirmed, it is then routed to the executive on the site, and then he takes care of it. And through a CRM tool, you can always track that whether the customer has visited, what is his status, and we can keep following it up on that.
Thanks to both of you for giving us insight about how you have grown your business using digital medium. My question is that how you took decision on expanding your business in terms of like you want to open a new project in a particular city or particular location, or you want to open a new clinic, yeah. So how you take that decision as of now, and how you used to take 3 years back when you have no digital support. So has it helped there as well?
Okay. I'll not. The first question is what? I'm sorry. There are two questions you asked, right?
No, first was the feedback.
How we are going to choose locality?
How digital medium or e-commerce has supported you in expanding your business in terms of geographical locations and the options of
how we are going to do and how we did in past 3 years.
How you used to do 3 years back when you have no digital support, and how you
so how we are going to do, I explained in before that, like we are going to use digital is going to help us definitely, because the kind of demographics we see in that particular locality and the kind of problems or issues which they have in that locality, by doing digital search where we can see how many people are required our kind of services, not we exactly. So that helps, that gives a benchmark for us where we can prioritize our presence, where we want to do and where we don't want to do. That's one. I'm answering your...
in terms of you're getting some insight about what kind of services people are looking for.
Exactly.
So that is some connect. There's some kind of connect is there. So you wanted to open one clinic there.
Exactly.
But is that the only parameter, or you have something else to consider at the same time? And when you don't have this support 3 years back, how you have taken those decisions?
No, there is always market intelligence reports are there, which we normally, if we want to open some of the Varanasi example, we don't have a clinic, many people they don't search. But by seeing the kind of population, which is other than, DC solution, I think by seeing the population, the kind of GDP for that particular city, so that helps us to open a clinic there. There are so many places. We are having a clinic in Delhi also. We are having the clinic in the smallest town, you can say Tirupati, where we have the clinic also. So that's how we choose. But Tirupati, I don't think many digital come, but where we are aggressive on the conventional medium there. So to open a clinic in Tirupati, it helps us to get the details, what Tirupati population and what is the age brackets they have right now, those things. Not exactly the diseases and the solutions what we talk. Other than that, which help to open a clinic in Tirupati. That is one thing. And if you want to put in completely following the competition. Huh? Our competition, whoever says that we are ready to help you to grow your skin or grow your hair or glow your skin. So, so there is no direct competition. Homeopathy, Dr. Batras is the leaders, number one. As the world largest homeopathy chain, there is no per se competition for us directly. But there are players who would give the solutions for, maybe it's the same prospect come to us also for that kind of solutions. So we treat them differently and people treat them differently.
Shrikant, you guys just started in Middle East, right? So what digital any age? So you just started the business in Middle East, like 6 to 12 months back?
No, it's a 5 years now.
Okay. So you expanded, you're looking to expand?
Yes. We are trying to. Middle East is a good business place. It's very.
Any role digital played in that?
To
the decision to expand?
Oh, that time I was not there, but definitely there are people who mentioned that 5 years back may not be digital played a role. Because definitely it's because of the. Yeah, we are going growth. We are planning to open in different countries in Middle East. Out of 10 parameters, digital is one of the parameters. We are not open. We are going to open more clinics. So whatever the 2 clinics which we have, it is like opened 5 years back, you can say. It's not today. So in 5 years back, it's because of Dubai market. It's because of people who stayed there and who are well-wishers. They asked to open a clinic and we opened it. It's successfully running there. It's very, very successful in the way. People receiving. It's all because of the homeopathy, what Dr. Batras treats.
Prashant, you already answered. Apart from market survey, anything else which made you decide to start a property, something where digital and if none,
No, market survey doesn't help us, acquiring a property. But, we have acquired properties long back we don't know when to start a product. So always when digital land, yeah. So let's say I have 20 pockets of lands and 3 projects at this point of time running. So it's a call of a marketing department to inform directors that now we are ready to market property number 4 or 5. Now this is a help there where we do the market survey, where we are confident that if we start this product now, we'll sell. But otherwise, acquisition of land is an offline business. But now there is a lot of online intelligence available, You can browse through and understand many things. But, that doesn't come under a marketing person's purview. Your liaison department will do that. So there are 3 things basically, a price. The price is defined by those cities, and then if you are trying to load a premium on that, will it sell is one question, which will require common sense and nothing else. Then there is a product. Product is everyone's forte. People are known for the product. So the product is again, your confidence delivers that product. And the location, yes. For location now, this digital hyper, local marketing has been helping. So we know those exact pockets. Earlier on, let's say 5 years back, if my boss used to ask me, okay, Prashant, if you are starting this project and how long will you take to sell this project? I'll say, boss, let's start. Let me understand, let few inquiries coming and all. Today, I can simply say, I will take 20 months or I will say 30 months and this will be my budget. Because I exactly knows those pockets today from where my customers would come. So that is how digital has helped.
My question is to Prashant. So you said 42% of your sales are through digital.
Yeah.
So does this mean that those people visited your property, or how do you measure that 42%? I mean, what's the objective for doing the campaign? To make them come on the site, visit the property?
If they don't come, I am still happy. If they send me the wire transfer, that is the happiest moment of life, but that doesn't happen. So, the idea is to take them to the site and then sell. But having said that, we have 20% of our clienteles coming through NRIs. NRIs are the ones. Now, not all 20% customers are seeing the property and buying. Out of which, again, I would say 10% customers don't come, but they go with the brand name, the information that you provide, and then, we go there and meet them. So those kind of personal meetings help us sell.
So you have online transfers happening for your properties?
Yeah, people can do wire transfer, but we are not doing it through website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just a very quick question. What's the average sales cycle for a web inquiry? And this is not clearly hyperlocal. I'm just saying generally in a digital forum.
Yeah, general web inquiries, there are two types. Basically, one who is already knowing your product, that can happen. A hot lead can get converted in 3 weeks' time maximum. Otherwise, the average business cycle is 3 to 6 months. So you really have to handle that customer, because somebody who is, putting in that lead may not be staying close to your site. So he is at a different location and then wanting to make a visit, go back, decide, do survey, and then take a call. So at least 3 months is the time, for which you should wait.
Just one more question. Prashant and Srikanth. In digital marketing, there are a lot of activities which we have to do, like the content marketing, social media, a lot of things that we do. And it's an agency that we tie up, okay, that you have also tied up. And we start working on a lot of activities. I just wanted to know, when you start something with a relation, okay, the relation has to develop in such a way that they also know completely about your business. Okay, so only then the definitions are put in the right manner in Facebook or... So this time period for both of you, as far as Srikanth is there from his previous experience, when you tie up with a digital marketing company, what is the period that has taken for you to give that, started giving that ROI? As far as both of you are concerned.
Now, both sides nowadays come with an experience, so it doesn't take a lot of time. We are ready with our brief. We exactly know what we want, and they know what are the innovations are there in market. Now, only thing is, how to accept those innovations and, add them to add value is a question for which, we take a lot of time. Not that agency takes time. So agency will give you a list of many things, this you should be doing, and what you don't want to do at this point of time has to be decided. Like for an example, agency told us that you can go for a live chat. And if an NRI is seeing and calling me after 6 o'clock, I'm not ready at this point of time. So I'm saying, no, we'll not go ahead with a live chat. Because, then, if it is not working, then I don't want to lose on my reputation. So those are the calls which a developer will have to take. Agency will give you a complete list of, promotions that they can do on web. But gestation time is not much.
Good question, actually. Agencies need a lot of research about the brand. They need a lot of research. Sometimes where they they handle many clients or many companies. So we are one of them. So I always ask them to experience our product. But sorry, you can't say that, sir, because here in Nandani they will buy, they will not buy. Okay, so I can say at least that you must experience our product. If not, at least go and visit our close by, which doesn't cost you anything. So experience is very, very important of our brand, and the complete download is required. And I completely don't agree on the download will happen in one day or in one meeting or in one PPT. The download will happen in a period of time. Eventually, they will understand. It will take some time, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. That is the failure period which I said. So for the main, because of main filter, 5 months we should not give agency fees because you are learning boss now. After 5 years, start taking your agency fees. Till then, no agency fees for you. So it takes some time for any, because it's for us also. I joined the company gives 6 months time for me to show something. So the same way we need to give that much time to agency for them to understand the brand. If they understand the brand, you can talk to them monthly once or monthly twice, that's it enough. They can take care of everything. That's what my experience as of now. Thank you.
My question
Ask
is
the question is my colleague Jitendra. So
I'm not asking you.
yeah.
The question is to Samar actually. See, now that we are on hyperlocal, I want to understand what companies like Exula have done to get hyperlocal solutions to clients. Something especially like Foursquare, which which could have been capitalized a lot better than what it is being used by youngsters for, right? In the case of real estate, or in our case, something like that could have been used, but it's not being used to the fullest.
I would say that the reason we're potentially organizing this event is that we are seeing the adoption of such a thing not from the client side. We're expecting that people understand this and then the adoption starts happening. In fact, in the morning session, I think you were not there. One of the things I mentioned is that that's companies like Local Banya. I know that they're, I know from sources that they're trying to figure out that when a person visits the local grocery store, they can market something to him on his mobile and find ways. Fundamentally, they're working or using hyperlocal to change habits as to how to do it. I also know that people are using hyperlocal, so companies like Zomato and all these guys are looking to do a lot of stuff around this as an area. I see a challenge more from what we call it as client side, is the appreciation of what the technology can do, and that's why a need for such a seminar, where I think retailers, brands, marketplaces or service providers need to understand what hyperlocal can do, and then the solutions are very, very easy. I think it's more an executional framework which needs to be put on after that. And so to say that there is significant work happening in the country on this issue, no. Does it have significant potential? 100% yes. Against him.
So I just wanted to ask, like, along with digital, I have seen that Dr. Batra and Hiranandani, these companies like doing a lot of SMS marketing. So what percentage of role does SMS marketing plays into it?
No, we don't do much SMS marketing. We only invite people for events, exhibitions and all. We don't talk about product on SMS marketing. It's only an invitation, or for existing customers, payment follow-ups.
Yeah, I want to answer it. I have to answer. See, yes. See, SMS is one of the interesting medium. See, as I told, if someone, a lady who is suffering with vitiligo, who doesn't come out from house, who is she is not a computer savvy. She is having a mobile phone in her hand. So how to reach her? She's having vitiligo. She doesn't know the solution. She can't come out like how we go for movies, how we go for shopping malls. She should get a message. There is a solution for you. So that's why we do the SMS marketing. And people who are not internet savvy, very good business. If you didn't ask me what is the mobile SMS, how it is, if it is digital is 40%, our mobile is 25% business. And I am getting mostly the people who are not internet savvy. Those people are there who are getting, who are coming for us for solutions. So there is a reason for we to do, but the unfortunate is there is no database called vitiligo. So we should have blasted it to them. But we have to blast to the people who is having, because my X to X companies, I'm giving this example because I used to work for a chemical company that director's wife, she's suffering with vitiligo. And I was seeing her every day, whenever I go and meet him or for any meetings to his house. So she never come out. She's always at home. She go to the temple and go back home. That's it. So she is taking treatment today in Dr. Batra's in Banjara Hills in Hyderabad. Is this just because of she got an SMS? She doesn't know how to use internet. So people should do all the activities in spite of getting what kind of the negative or positive from the market. But how it is helping so many people. That's how we are still doing. Otherwise, if it is a loss-making company, medium, we will not do it. That's it. You got answer? Okay. Yeah. So you have to tell us what is blasting and what is targeting. Then I can tell you. How you? No, it doesn't work like that. Before blasting, there are 3-4 parameters which we choose. For example, we choose the male, female, and does he having credit card or not? So his credit card, chalo, he's my target card. Example I'm giving. So we choose like the different parameters, and if a car owner, if something like that. So we choose, and mostly we target the female. If someone is having a female thing, if male, because normally husband's SIM card is on with wife, this kind of thing. So we used to target all these parameters, and we don't just blast blindly. Otherwise, we'll get 0 returns. We have to do a lot of homework in it.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. And thanks to both of them. Thanks for sharing all the details, please. A round of applause.